Hi everyone, this is Kyle with Game Debate, and I am going to be showing you something else I built. This is going to be an interesting little thing. If you look through these doors, you can see torches. You can't really see anything else. You can't really open these doors unless you use a iron door breaking mechanism, but a lot of different things don't have that, such as creative mode. You can't just right click to open them. Use iron doors, not normal doors. Now, pressure plates to open the doors. Hey, look. Wait, nothing? Okay. So this is what I designed. I based it off of the other guy's design from before, link in the description. But what it is, and I'll show you exactly how this is built, it looks really big, it looks really complicated. It's not that complicated once you know how it works. And I'm going to be showing you that right now. Now I left the left side, originally it was all open, and then I closed off the right side, but it didn't look right for the thing, and that looks really cool, moon rising over the thing. But so I'm going to show you guys how to build this. And the main difference between this one and the one the other guy built is the red wiring down here, underneath here is a little bit different. I feel this is a little bit simpler. It's really not that much different. And then the other difference is that it's more disguised. It's easier to say, oh, okay, he just has double doors. And then even if you run as fast as you can, you'll reach the top. So unless you know this trap is here, you'll stop. You'll say, hey, okay, what's going on? You'll look around. You'll be walking. Walking is not fast. The other thing is you can change the timers really easily. You can make it faster. See, I have it set on super slow, so you can make it a little bit faster. But I like to, what I do is I was just going to keep extending it. You can just keep extending this indefinitely. Look how big this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's already past the normal redstone that I believe only goes 7. So I was just playing with this. Apparently you can just make it go up forever. I did not know you can do that. So I was having fun with that. It's really weird that it just lets you do that. Like, it just keeps going. Like, it doesn't weaken when it's going like this. So it might have something to do with these. It might have something to do with something else. I have no idea. But you can just extend it forever. So you can have this go into a dead room. You can have it go into something that's actually valuable. You can even have it go down. You just have to reverse this and make it go down instead of up. Or you can take the stairs out and just do the corridor. But let me show you how I'm learning how to do redstone. I'm trying to get better at it because my previous videos have shown that I'm terrible at redstone. But this is fairly simple. You have directly underneath the pressure plates 2 redstone signals. Doesn't matter where they're going. Then you have the redstone repeaters pointing this way, directly into more redstone. And then you just have it go back up. Just make sure it's only going up 1 block at a time. The turns, you can't have the turns at a different level. I don't know why, but then you just go directly into the redstone. Now, don't connect it with this. This is connected to this reverse signal. The way you get this reverse signal, because this signal is specifically to keep these things on at all times. If you take this signal out and you just put it normally on the ground, this won't turn it off. So this is to make sure that all of these pistons stay on. And the reason you want them on is so that the ground is closed. And when they turn off and they close, this all opens up. So the way I did it was, the redstones are connected to, let me just press this button, all of these, and it goes and goes and goes and goes. And it actually, it hits once, opens, waits a tick, closes. Both sides exactly the same, except I built that one up a little bit higher, didn't actually connect anything to it. And I just mimicked both sides. Originally I only had one side, and then I looked ugly, and I had one side covered up, looked ugly, so I just made it exactly the same on both sides. Took a bit, but I feel good about it. You can actually extend the timer indefinitely, like not forever, but you can just keep extending it. Like, I actually had this built earlier. You break this, and you have to have like that, because these cannot turn. If the signal's hitting it from the side, it won't work. So then you just go, my microphone just fell over. There. And you just go do. Remember, the turns have to be like this. You can't have one of these on the turn, because the back of it has to go in straight and the redstone has to come out of it straight. So you can't do a turn with it. And then you just go do and connect. See how this one's not connected to this one, because it has to hit the front of it. It can't hit the side of it. Now if you can leave it like this, but these go really fast. Now this one's going to be much slower than the other side. So if you press the button, now it's going through, the other side already opened. That side opened. So if you want the timer to be longer because you want to be able to get through it, or you want people not to notice that what's going on for longer periods of time, that's why I like this particular trap. Is people are already going to think this is a trap. It's a thin corridor, you know, you can't really see what's going on, and then you see these pistons, and you're like, oh crud, I can't get out. The iron doors close behind you. The iron doors don't stay open, they close. So even if they notice this is a trap, once they've walked through the... Because you're just holding like this, nothing? Okay. And then, you know, I already changed the timer, otherwise both would open. And if you actually kitty corner, like I just did, you switch the timers, you can technically make this a possible stairway to get through. Because you know the right side's going to open up first. So you run to the left, and that closes, you run to the right, and that side opens and closes, and then you're set. So you can technically make this a possible stairway, a real stairway, that you just have to know what you're doing to get through. So you go... the only issue is if you're standing directly in the center, it probably wouldn't knock you through either. So that's not necessarily possible. Let's just try that. Let's just stand directly in the center and see. Yeah, it won't work. So you might want to check the door first, otherwise people might accidentally survive it or realize what to do really quick. But these things, these pistons, I couldn't get them invisible. So I just put... Because once they're through here, they can't really see them from here, and the torches cover them up more. Like you can see way up there, but you know that would be covered. Now, I tried putting slabs down. I tried putting things, but then you might as well just put solid blocks because you have to put them too high, and then you have to jump up. And you can do that as well. You can make it so the stairs aren't actually stairs, but they're actually like this. And people are just going to think it's like badly designed, so they're hopping up. And that completely makes them invisible. But it also kind of defeats the purpose of stairs. So it would make it so this is much more of a trap and much less of a... well, I guess it's still a trap. But it won't be as effective to actually use properly. Because you can technically... go through this, because you can break the door and not, or break these and put a button up here. Like if there was a button here, it won't activate anything. It'll just open the door. So if you really want to go through here, you break these, put a button right there, use it to open the door, go through the door, and it'll never activate. And you can go up and down. Then if you remove the stairs, you're going to have to hop. The hop will prevent people from, you know, making it in time because it slows you down significantly. But again, this is just one design. I didn't know pistons worked on stairs. That's actually what I was testing with this particular model. This is, again, I didn't design the basics of this. I tried modifying the redstone a little bit. It's very similar to the other guys. It's not anything special. It's not anything new, but this is a way of implementing it in a new way, which is stairs with this, which you can just keep going up into the sky if you want. And what you put underneath it can be your own device, because it's pretty far down. And you can have it go into a trapped room, you can have it go into... See, the cool thing is, what I would actually do is have a specific length of it, actually take you to where you want to go, so that this is actually the proper way, but people think it's the trapped way. So they'll go in here, they'll go in here, they'll get about to here, realize there's pistons or whatever, turn around, fall to their death, and never come back into this room, ever. But if you were to make it a certain, like the 5th step, and if you fall directly into the 5th step, there's going to be a hole here, way down, just like everything else. But if you land in it, there's water right there. And it's going to be this tiny little hole. And if you can fall into it, and you can continue on into the base. And that would be an interesting design for it's a double trap. It's a trap that you have to be able to actually go through properly. So what is that? It's a double blind bluff or something like that. And what it does is it tricks people into thinking it's a death trap when it's really the way you're supposed to go. So if you know how to do it, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you wait. Like you press up against this and you wait, and then you fall, and you'll fall into this particular square. And this particular square, you won't die, and then there's a tunnel or something that lets you go forward, or maybe it's a teleporter, or it's something, and you'll survive. And those are the kind of traps I like, the kind that are they make you think, they make you wonder, and they're no one will go into this room once it kills them the first time, because nobody's gonna think it's anything. They might go in a few more times, but they'll never know to stand directly on the 5th step, right here, pressed against this wall, so that you're not even on that side. The 5th step on the right, because they're not going to be standing here. They're going to be flipping out, running around. They might get lucky. They might, but the odds are very low, because they're going to either be down there or up there, or over here. Like standing right here, you'll hit right here and die, or right here and die, or right here and die. You have to be pressed up against here. So if you're going to design a trap in a world where other people can't break blocks, like let's say an adventure map, and you have these traps, and you can have it hinted at 5th on the right, somewhere beforehand, 5th on the right, 5th on the right, and when they reach this area, they're like, okay, what is this? And they'll go into this room, and it could be an optional room. It looks like an optional room. There's a whole bunch of different rooms full of death traps. They go into this one. Oh, it's a death trap. Never go in here again. And when they realize what they're supposed to do, 5 on the right, and then they fall down, and they hit the water or whatever, and they're like, oh my gosh, why didn't I realize that? I've wanted to design an adventure map for a long time, but I don't know how to code, and I'm pretty sure you have to know how to do some kind of coding with those command blocks. So I might try to collab with somebody. Like I have the design ideas, and they might know how to code. I don't know, but if they do, that would be awesome. So yeah, that's my idea for using this guy. Again, link to his video on how to build this, his basic designs, which is very, very, very similar to this. I'm just extending it. I'm showing like the stairway idea, and what to use it for. So obviously this is not my design. I was just playing with it. I want to try like changing things up a little bit, like making this wider or making it so this is less apparent. It's really difficult to make these things fully invisible without the walls, just to make them go down. I haven't been able to find a good way to do it yet, but I have discovered that you can pull closed pistons with sticky pistons. So I think I figured out how to do it. I just need to practice with it a little bit, because I'm not really 100% sure how. Like if I put the 2 pistons like this, and I'll put 2 above it as well. These pistons, oops, let me just actually put more pistons here. Now, the piston can push another piston and then pull the piston. So if I can get it so that both of these pistons activate simultaneously, so if I were to put something like, let's see, how do I do this? That's not going to work. Okay, that worked on the bottom one. Now how do I get it to work on the top one? Oh, there we go. Now, okay, so if I do that, I can potentially do that if this one's facing up. So if I have this one extended somehow, just extend it. No, that's not what I wanted to do. How the heck do I do this? Oh, I have to go up one more. And then over. Redstone. Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but if this one's extended, this will not pull it back. See, it doesn't pull it. It won't push it either, I think. I'm not 100% sure. If this is not extended, it will pull it. So I had the idea, and I'm still working on the wiring and the ideas and stuff, but if I have this extended, this all the time, and right here is the ground, and it's extended. This is extended. Let's ignore that one. We don't need that one there. But if this is the ground, and you have it somehow just a really long whole bunch of these. Now, if you can turn this one off, it'll pull the ground down. Then you can have this one turn off and pull the piston, and you'd have to have another one there extended as well, so that it pulls. Let's see, it's gonna hit that one as well. There. Now, this one won't do anything until this pulls down, and then it'll grab both of these. So technically it can work. You can have a piston pull the ground down, so you don't have to have a wall here. You just have to have this covered. So you can have this in the middle of a field. You'll be able to have this potentially in the middle of a field. Like there's nothing here. And then suddenly you're walking along, there can be a pressure plate or a trip wire, or there can be something, and it's almost invisible. Trip wires are actually really hard to see. I walked into one earlier during a playthrough to test something. Now, and this can obviously be down. You don't have to have this up here. Now, obviously, the wiring needs some work. I'm just throwing this together randomly, but did that work? Yeah. Okay, so you can have this, and the issue is like you'd have to have something there, but actually the wiring can just be something down here more, because there's a way of powering both of these at the same time. I actually think if I took there, okay, I got it. So invisible. Now I just need to figure out how to wire it in a way that these are all connected, and this one triggers first, and then this one triggers second, and then it'll undo it in the reverse order, so that this one pushes out to push this back into place, and then this pushes up. Otherwise, it'll get messed up. That's one of the big issues is reverse deactivation. I'm not 100% sure how to do that. But again, this is interesting. This is interesting to me. I love this kind of thing. A perfectly invisible, you can't see anything at the top trap. Now, I'm sure people have built these before. I'm sure they're everywhere. I just have no idea how to do it, and I haven't seen any videos for it yet. So I'm going to try doing this next. I'm going to try making something like this work. Now, obviously, I just pulled this out of my head, just out of nowhere, and I'm going to try, because this is the whole premise that I've been trying to get to work. So that's going to be my next video. This is the current one. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm going to screenshot it. So I might post this somewhere. There. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys were helped in some manner on how to build this. And maybe not just how to build it, but the wiring, on how the wiring works. So you have to have these the same height. Otherwise, if you have it one down, it won't activate the pistons. So if you had a question about that, just build it exactly how you see it. And if you have questions, ask me in the comments. And if you watch the other guy's video, he goes into much more depth about it, and why these are off, and why those are on, and why this works, and why this doesn't work, and just random junk like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a nice day, and peace.